Welcome in, everybody. We got a special treat for you guys today. Only the Real Survive is bringing you his brand new show. And you're wondering, what's up with the get up? That's right, Cooking with the Real starts today. So make sure y'all got your appetite built up and y'all ready. Cause Kenna, only the Real Survive. He about to drop some Dolphins knowledge for you. We about to cook some good food, talk some good football, get y'all ready for your Sunday slate. So go ahead and get tuned in.
Well, all right, Ron, it's been great talking to you.
It's getting there though. It's going up. It's going up. All right, you good to go, man. Yeah, I definitely needed to warm up. Welcome in, everybody. Cooking with the Real. You got Cat in the Hat, and you got Kenna on the microphone.
What's up? What's up?
Hold on.
Got going on over there, Cat?
Well, right here we got a little bit of some ribs. We got some ribs that we're soaking overnight. Got them marinating in a little special barbecue glaze, and then we got another rack of ribs that's gonna go on the other grill over there and get cooked normal. We're gonna slow cook them for about 4 hours or so. These babies are gonna go for about 6 hours. Mm, mm, mm. Then we're gonna have
Sound
some good eats for some football later, right?
right, right. You know
What
me,
you
I ain't
got?
do nothing. I ain't do nothing but whip up a little bit of breakfast, some sausage with some eggs with some French toast.
Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of a waffle sandwich. I like getting some waffles and throwing them together with some sausage and some eggs and some cheese.
Right, right.
Those are the bangers. I thought about cooking some breakfast on the grill, but I couldn't find a skillet, an iron skillet. So
It's crazy because that's what I'm cooking out of an iron skillet.
so we got a lot to talk about with these Miami Dolphins, man. They they've been messing up.
Yeah. A lot have went down. We lost out on Harbaugh and Matt LaFleur. That but it's coming full circle though. You know, like we're trying to establish culture, but we can't even get the continuity together. You know what I mean? Like it, it's just it's crazy how at the midst of us getting a GM that didn't understand what he was doing, we're gonna get rid of a head coach that just needed to go through the woes for him to get to the point to where we want him to be. Because at this point right now, it seems like we're on the verge of getting another first time head coach.
Yeah, that's definitely what it's looking like. And now looking at the landscape, now that like pieces are starting to fall into place and like the puzzle's coming together, like we did mess up, right? Out of the coaches, in my opinion, out of the coaches that are now left, I mean, aside from Mike Tomlin, but Mike Tomlin is most likely going into the TV for a year or two before making another type of decision. Mike McDaniel was our best option. in my opinion, unless we're going to go and take another chance with some rookie coach to come in here and hope that he's the next Don Shula, which, I mean, in my opinion, like since we're already fucked, like that's who I'm going for. I'm hoping we get Chris Shula and we just try and like go the Shula route and hope he becomes half of what his grandfather was. Because
Well,
honestly, if he
go ahead.
becomes half of what his grandfather was, he's better than any head coach we've had in the last 3 decades, anyways.
Well, I will say this. I really looked into it yet, but isn't Vance Joseph going to be available for a head coaching candidate jobs after
Yeah.
after this playoff season?
Yes, he is.
I think that would be our best bet if we're trying to get back to the leader of men. Vance Joseph showed that he doesn't have no ego in this game. He only wants to learn and be better. You know, he was head coach, he done stepped down, came and learned some more, learning up under Sean Payton right now as we saw that game yesterday. And and I mean he's just a defensive minded head coach. And in my opinion, I think if we're gonna swing at anything, that might be the best swing that we should take.
Would he be a first time head coach as well or no?
Say what?
Um, would he be a first time head coach?
No, he wouldn't be a first time head coach. This would be his second attempt at it.
Okay. So where was his first run at?
Um um I can't recall where his first run was at.
Yeah, and I'm not sitting in front of my computer either, so I can't check it out. I can't look it up. I'm gonna have to look into that for sure though. Because I do like what they're doing. I do like what he's doing over there in Denver for sure. I mean, like made Josh Allen look like the Josh Allen that he was a couple years ago, right? Showing everybody that he really is just a phony. So,
Hey,
and at the end of the day, I feel like that's the route we need to go for our coach anyways. We need to go for a defensive minded head coach. Because you can look around the league, and I've been saying this all year long. Like the NFL is shifting, right? It's shifting away from these mobile elite quarterbacks that can pretty much put the cape on and carry the team. Like the NFL is shifting to where it's becoming more um, spread out on offense, and your defense is really heavy. Your defense is pass rush heavy. Your defense can cover the corners, cover the edges, cover the middle of the field, but most of it is coming from the pass rush, and they're pressuring these mobile quarterbacks and causing them to not be as efficient when they're throwing the ball, which makes the back end look better than it really is. Which is what the Dolphins defense was supposed to look like this year. Unfortunately, it did not. So I'm kind of hoping, I'm really kind of hoping that Anthony Weaver does get a job somewhere and we can get something else at DC. Because if we get a defensive minded head coach, then we can go focus on a good offensive coordinator, and then I think we'll be doing better.
yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, little breakfast whipped up. You see what I'm saying?
What you got there? Can see it. Got your flour. So how you make your French toast? Anything special about it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, to me, I feel like it's
Oh, look
the
at that,
normal way.
look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
With the eggs, you know what I'm saying? You know, the vanilla extract, some cinnamon in it, nothing special. Just a little whip of the whip. You feel me?
Got the powdered sugar on top. Look at that. Smash that like. And also too, if y'all check out the top of this chat there, you got the link for Only the Real Survive. Make sure y'all head over there and y'all hit that subscribe button. But we gonna host the channel on AFC Eastie Boys until he can host it himself. But don't worry,
Touche.
I'll make sure I always show up and bring some good food too.
Touche.
What's up, Cap for Life? Thanks for hopping into the chat. What are your thoughts on Vance Joseph? He coached in Denver and then took a demotion. So Cap for Life said that he coached in Denver and then took a demotion.
See? Yeah. Yeah.
Is that when?
So basically, he did what we was trying to explain that Mike McDaniel should do. We shouldn't have fired him. Mike McDaniel should have just took a demotion, stayed here, and then showed that he could do it. Like Vance Joseph already took that route. I think that, if we're trying to come out the bat and get a head coach that is about something, I think Vance Joseph is our best option. It just it just lines up too good for me, because if you look at Eric Spoelstra, who we get, ain't that his name, right? Our GM,
Sullivan. John
Sullivan.
Eric.
Yeah, my fault, Sullivan. If you look at Sullivan and the way he liked to build his team big up front, it would just correlate, go right along with Vance Joseph, being that he's a defensive minded head coach. I think that's a perfect match in my opinion.
Cap, you gotta go to the Discord. You know where that link's at. But yeah, so I'm down with it. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit of research, go look at his background, basically like from where he started, and check out his path, you know what I mean?
Right,
Because
right.
that was one of the things that I really liked about Sully, is like if you go and you look at his career path and like what he's done since he's entered the league. Not only has he been with Green Bay the whole time, but the whole time he's been in one type of position, and that's basically player evaluation and scouting, things like that. So it's like he started in Green Bay almost 2 decades ago and has been in that organization the whole time, just slowly moving up the ranks in that skilled position. And if you notice too, like, and you look at it, like his promotions weren't like, oh, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. No, he like spent a couple years in each position, really mastering that craft and mastering that section of it. But it's all like it was all based around one specific area, which is player evaluation. So and that's why I really like him, because it's like you look at the Green Bay Packers and you can look at them for the last 3 decades and be like, they have clearly built great teams. They've always been relevant. They're always in the playoffs. Like sometimes they don't just get over the hump, but there's 31 other teams that don't get over the hump. I mean, we just need to get to a point where we're relevant again, right? Where we're in the playoffs every year, every other year in the
Well,
conversations, not where it's like we're doing now, man. Like, what are we doing?
I will say this. How was Green Bay salary cap over there? Wasn't it like the city owned the team, or the people?
Yeah. Yeah, the city really the city owns the team, yes. The salary cap still works the same as every other team though.
Okay,
It's
so
just that their fan base own.
have the big say in their roster, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
So here it is,
I don't
ladies
know
and
if that's
gentlemen. This is the key to getting a really good smoke in your smoker, making sure you soak your wood. Gotta soak that wood in some water. I had some of this wood soaking overnight, so it's really nice and soaked in, and this will make it smoke really good.
and it must be nice, man. How hot is it down there?
Huh?
How hot is it?
How hot?
Yeah, what's the weather like?
Oh, it's actually pretty nice. It's like, what would you say, 70 degrees, a little breezy.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the sun is not all the way out, but it's better than yesterday. It was like 45, 50 degrees, and then it turned to like 80 degrees in the afternoon.
Man, it must be nice, man. It's like 20 degrees up here.
Oh, F that, man. That's why I live in Florida, bro. I live in Florida for this. For people are like, oh, Florida's only got 2 seasons. Well, that's why I live here. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
bipolar.
I'm sure we only got 2 seasons, boy.
We got hot and hotter, and then for 2 weeks out of the year, it'll get cold. But it's not like a full 2 weeks. It's kind of like a day here, 2 days here, and it just adds up to 2 weeks worth of cold weather.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
It's
crazy.
30 degrees over here this morning, boy. I'm trying to tell you, you step out, you're gonna freeze your
Well, it
sacks
looks
off.
like I'm gonna have to throw my ribs on this grill. My other grill's not working. I got a master built 550 series, like a gravity fed, really nice one. I've had it for a few years, but
You don't got the green
electric.
egg?
No, I don't use those. I'm old school with it, man.
Man, you get
Like,
me a freaking screen off of a rack and just, you know what I mean? Like we used to get like what, like a freaking pretty much like a empty drum and just put a grill top on it and a bunch of charcoal and you're good.
yeah, we
Hey,
got we got this little
make
guy
it
right
work,
here.
make it work.
We got this little guy right here that we had originally bought
That's a
for
a
tailgates.
blast in the past right there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that thing saved my ass a couple of times on the balcony.
Yeah, for sure. Those things are nice. We usually use it for the fire pit now when we want to do s'mores and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, guys, what do you think so far, man? I'm hearing a lot of mixed conflicting emotional thoughts about, what we're doing and what the hell are we doing and like what
Well,
I mean, I don't know. Talk to me.
We're doing the
in
same
my
thing.
opinion,
It's exactly what the Dolphins do. Just be all uncoordinated on every front. Like it was just crazy. It wasn't no reason. I mean, people gonna say all the general managers were saying that they couldn't work with Mike McDaniel, but the one thing that was evident that we needed to do was keep a head coach until. I mean, but like I said, man, Vance Joseph, you know what I'm saying? If he becomes available, then that puts us with the firing of Mike McDaniel, it puts us in position to try to shoot at him. But that's if he want to come to a rebuilding organization. You know, that's what we're losing out on a lot of things. We don't have a
Well,
stable quarterback, and we rebuilding.
that's what I mean, I tried explaining this yesterday. I was on the spaces yesterday, and I just I feel like
them faces are so toxic, bro.
no, trust me. Look, you got to have thick skin in this world, and a lot of those guys, are Dolphin fans, but they're quick to jump ship when things don't go their way, and it's like, well, I mean, are you really going to be that upset that Chris Greer isn't here, being that the reason all the crap experiencing right now is based on his decision making? Like, Kenna just said it, like, we don't basically have a foundation, so a coach really doesn't want to come here because of what we're dealing with right now. We don't have a foundational piece in a quarterback. We don't have a offensive line rotation. We don't have defensive line rotation. We've got guys that are constantly hurt that we draft or we get off of free agency. Like, this is bigger than just the coach and quarterback, man. Like, and the thing
It
for me
is.
is, if anybody wants to come down here, they want a coach and quarterback.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and if the coach comes down here, he's gonna want a quarterback. It's just for me, like I feel this is bigger than just McDaniel or Greer, even though Greer did help in this. But I mean, we're in bad shape. And if we're gonna start from the scratch, I mean, we have to do it. That's just the way it is. I don't see us foreseeing jumping all the obstacles of not having a foundation. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we could do it, but we need to start from scratch.
Yeah, and in my opinion, like that part right there is kind of what feels like makes the Dolphin job super attractive. The fact that we do have to start from scratch, right? Because if you're a coach trying to prove yourself in the league, as a great coach, like being able to go into a situation where you can completely shape the culture, build the roster the way you see fit to be able to build a successful team. But what makes it unattractive, right, is the moves and the stuff that we have to deal with because of the Chris Greer moves, the contracts, the salary cap, Tua Tagovailoa, like all of these question marks, I feel is what's hindering coaches from actually looking at this job as attractive as it really is. Because I mean, think about it too. Like you're in Miami, like for one, Florida's no state taxes. It's warm weather, like we just talked about it. You literally only have 2 weeks worth of cold weather a year. Um, there should be no reason we can't draw players to this city. It's to me, it's super attractive. The salary cap is what's killing us.
I feel like
So
what's missing in Miami is that love of football. You know how they saying in college right now that they don't fucked up by letting the Kings in the playoffs and potentially can win a national championship right now. It's that love, that spirit that is down there in Florida with that football. Like it's not there in that stadium.
Yeah, man. From what I heard, and I didn't know this because I don't really go to a lot of games this past 2 years because of the fact of what we're dealing with, and I'm not going to support this until it gets right. But I'll still be about the logo. That don't get it twisted. Like I'm about the logo, but I'm not going to support them one single dime of my money anymore until things change. But my thing is, you're walking into a situation where the fan base wants the old logo back. You're walking into a situation where, we might potentially have, you know, no staff right now as far as a front office. The general manager needs to pick a front office staff. I haven't even heard that yet. So what intrigues me, bro, and I keep saying this, if Sully can put together a staff, for me, Alonzo Highsmith was part of Green Bay staff when Sully was there. Alonzo Highsmith is with New England and built New England. We need a guy that can build guys from the foundation in South Florida. We need a guy to start getting guys from South Florida, Cali, start building that foundation, bro. Because right
Well,
now, if he can do the Southwest and Midwest, that's great. But we need another guy that can scout here.
but that's what I was about to say. Homegrown players is the one thing that'll keep the blood pumping the way it should be flowing right now. Homegrown players. Like, there is no reason why Lamar Jackson is not a Dolphin. Like,
You feel?
homegrown players, that's the one thing to keep that blood and that talent and all of that keep flowing. Like, just look in your own backyard. Look in your own backyard. Follow your own players from high school through college. Follow your own players.
Bro, look, and I'm gonna tell you something. I can't remember the quote that Joe Rose said, but you look at all the playoff teams in this year, all of them had players from South Florida, bro. All of them. If you look at this whole playoff format, all of them have players from South Florida, and more than 30% on each roster.
It's always been like that.
Always been like that, but except we can't do it here because the kids, I guess, are tired of being home. They want to go somewhere else, and I get it. But damn, like if home is hurting, try to help home first. You feel me? Like start drafting within. A lot of these guys don't want to stay in Miami. I get it, man. They want to go somewhere else because Miami, they get tired of Miami, bro. But Miami made them. Miami's a different animal, bro. South Florida's a different animal.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. All of that would not matter if the organization was winning like it's supposed to.
Simple, bro. And we make simple difficult.
It would not matter, bro. You know, who wouldn't love come home and play for the team they always watch in front of their family and friends? Man, everybody love that. but
Yeah,
the
man.
organization is fucked. So, it's almost like, I'm better off going somewhere else.
And the thing about it is, if you see guys that do want to come home, the team will pay them more not to go home.
That's crazy. But,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Man, what you think about what happened last night, bro? Freaking Denver put a whooping to the Broncos, and then I wake up this morning and I see Bo Nix is out.
Yeah. I mean, I called it yesterday, Friday. I think it was Thursday or whenever. I called it. But here he came out this morning and he out like Sean Payton called a good game.
Yeah, he did.
Sean Payton called a good game.
Fans on him, both of them.
He kept Bo Nix. He kept Bo Nix with the confidence that Bo Nix needed to make those plays, because that was a hell of a throw, in the middle of the field when everything broke down, and he just found the dude just right behind the linebacker. That was some good awareness.
Y'all heard that Bo Nix broke his ankle, right? He's gonna be out now.
Yeah, that's what we just talking about. Yep.
Oh,
It's
okay.
crazy, bro.
Yep. But I mean, who was the backup?
I think we had him
Stidham
in
or
house.
something.
Didn't we have that guy in
Oh.
house at one point? Stidham?
Stidham, I think so, man. But he never hit the field. He was like a practice squad guy.
So we basically gave Denver Stidham and we took Zach Wilson from him.
I mean, I guess you could say that. I don't necessarily think that that's exactly what happened, but I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, kind of.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
We
And
about
let
to
me tell
see
you
what
this.
Sean Payton working with.
So with that being said, it looks like it is going to be Houston Texans in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
You think
man.
so? I feel like New England gonna win.
After what you saw that defense do to Josh Allen, you think Drake May is going to be able to overcome an even tougher defense?
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't know, man.
were you not
Houston
watching
gave-
that game yesterday?
Houston gave up
What have I told you guys, man? The
Yeah,
defense
look,
has
Tomlin
been
scored more
dominating.
than 6 points a game, bro. They left
Look,
And
Tomlin
tell me
they're
this though.
two field goals.
They're causing turnovers. They're causing turnovers, and they're turning them into points. I mean, look at the Seattle game last night with San Francisco. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Same
I
exact
tried
thing. Defense
telling
dominating.
people, bro, about Kubiak, bro. I like Kubiak, bro. Kubiak put it to them, bro. Kubiak right now has a brother that's on the other side. He was the OC for San Fran. He gave it to his brother, bro. His brother didn't score jack.
But look, listen to what I'm saying though. The ability for New England to play balanced ball is gonna hurt Houston.
Oh, yeah. They're top 10 on offense and defense.
They are, but they like the one thing Houston is good for is stopping the run after catch. They're good for that. You know what I'm saying? So when you stop that with a lot of teams, especially they can't run, because James Cook bailed Josh Allen out last night. Let's not get that twisted.
Yeah, in the second half.
If it wasn't for James Cook, Josh Allen was cooked long ago.
Yeah, bro. He's number one, right?
Yeah.
The number one
Yeah,
RB in the
no, like James Cook, James Cook definitely was the star of the show for the Buffalo Bills yesterday, for sure.
Right. So what I'm saying is the ability for New England to generate offense through the run game just as well as the passing game with consistency, that's what's going to hurt Houston.
I don't think so, man.
I see it like this, and I hate to say this, but CJ Stroud is their kryptonite right now, bro. Like, he needs to tighten up, man. Like, he needs to tighten up. Because the other guy, the backup, he ain't turning the ball over. He must have fumbled, like, in the whole postseason, like 6 times, bro.
No, and that's what this game is going to come down to again. And like I've been saying it, man, the turnovers. It it seems like the recurring theme for winning the games in these playoffs have been turnovers. Even in wild card weekend, it was turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Same thing we saw yesterday. Both games were pretty much decided by turnovers. And the same thing's going to happen with this Houston Texans and New England game. Like, they're going to have to create the turnovers, which they're going to do, and that's what's going to be the difference. Remember, they scored two touchdowns last week off of turnovers playing the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Experience prevailed last night. That's what you saw in the Buffalo and Denver game. Experience prevailed. That's what's going to prevail.
Not really, though. Not really. Because if you look at it, Buffalo was the more experienced team in the playoffs than the Denver Broncos.
Well, look. I'm going to say this.
Payton was the most experienced head coach than both of them.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you this.
The head coach, yes. I give you that. But as far as like
that's what I'm saying.
On the field,
I agree to a certain extent. But when you look at Seattle has a first-time coach, and he pretty much got the special team aspect of it kicking. He got the defense and offense. That man went and got Rashid Shaheed via trade for special teams, and they've been dominating on special teams. And that guy's a first-year coach. That team is clicking, man.
Well, Seattle, when they got rid of Pete Carroll, they stuck to their blueprint though. So, I mean,
yeah,
I feel like he walked into
that defense is back, bro.
You know,
yeah,
I feel like Harbaugh, like John Harbaugh did. Like the organization already know how they gonna run their blueprint. So,
yeah, they got Harbaugh out, he's out. LaFleur is gonna sign. So all the experienced guys right now are off the table. So right now we got to go with plan B. Well, not even plan B, plan D.
Hey, I think Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph.
They're getting the fire part.
I like Vance too, bro. I like Vance a lot, but has he? I think they wanted to interview him. If I'm not mistaken. He didn't come in because he's still coaching, but I think, bro, after this game coming up, he might interview too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Head coach, I feel like Miami should put him high up on the top right now. Do what you do. Turn out the tricks for him. I mean, he's. The reason why I say turn out the tricks is because we tarnished.
Hey, get away from the phone talking so loud. Oh.
Yeah, they can hear you.
You're good though. Yeah, I'm good. Who you want to win today?
Who do we want to win today? We want Houston to win, right?
We still got to interview Kelvin Shepard, right?
We had Kelvin Shepard. We had Campanelli. We had who else? Shula, Kubiak, Halfley, yeah, pretty much 11 guys. Out of the 11 guys we got, one of them already is hired. So
we haven't made the decision yet, right?
Nah, man. I say this like I tell everybody else. They got 8 openings in the NFL. That's a quarter of the league right now. We're not in that bad shape. Arizona and Vegas. Vegas gets a quarterback, that's different. But, you know, I don't think we're the worst team right now in bad shape. Like, no, I think we'll get a good coach, bro.
I think the coach, whoever goes to Vegas, pretty much knows that they're probably going to end up with Mendoza. Like, let's think about it. They don't have backup options, a quarterback. They'd be dumb to just pass it up.
Yeah. Speaking of Mendoza, did y'all hear about what's going on in Indy?
What happened?
About the Hoosiers, Indiana Hoosiers stealing playbook or something like that. They know, they've been basically cheating.
I saw a meme, but like I didn't pay any attention to it. I felt it was just like a fan-made meme that was mad because Indiana's been just dominating. But I mean, it would make sense. Like Bro, you're scoring 50+ points on like top ranked teams, and they're only scoring 20. It's like there's definitely seems like something's going on, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like if you're that good, you're that good. Like
No,
we
but
saw,
listen though,
we
listen. If that is true, that could hurt Mendoza tremendously because it's almost like he's presenting false abilities.
he's presenting what?
Like false abilities, you know what I'm saying? Like he know what the defense
Yeah,
already gonna be because he done studied and everything. He's not going out there seeing it real time and knowing it.
right. But I mean, like at the end of the day, like so what? If the Raiders end up with that, that's their fault for not recognizing the real, right? Not
Oh, fact,
recognizing the real.
fact,
So make sure y'all go subscribe to the Only the Real. And make
fact.
sure y'all hit the subscribe here on the way out too. What's up, Charles Brash? I know you working right now. You got time to hop in and chit chat with the crew. Show them how to bartend a drink or two.
Yeah, bro. I'm playing 2 tickets today.
What you playing? What you playing, bro?
I'm playing 2 turnovers for the Texans. I'm playing the over.
It's a matter of turning the old oil off.
I'm playing the over on the Chicago Rams game. Anytime touchdowns for the running backs. Doing a 5-way.
I think I got a touchdown parlay going on for today. JSN hit it yesterday. I need, what is it? Christian Kirk and
I see Higgins. I can see Higgins
Puka
scoring.
Nacua. Yeah, with no Nico Collins, he did a great job last week for them. So who else?
Mhm.
I got three touchdowns I'm waiting on for today. I don't remember who they are. I know Puka, Christian Kirk. I just don't know who the third one is.
Houston got lucky
Oh,
last
I
week,
think
didn't
it's
they? Have
I
5
think it's
turnovers in the first half.
say again.
Houston got lucky last week, didn't they? Have 5 turnovers in the first half.
They did have a lot of turnovers in the first half. Yeah, a
Yeah, that
lot
was
of them.
Stroud. Stroud had like 3 waffles.
You see, now just imagine if New England create 2 turnovers in the first half. They offense taking advantage of that.
Yeah, but they were able to buckle down. They were able to buckle down in the second half and flip the switch and turn it the other way. And the difference there was the turnovers that they turned into touchdowns. So it's like they weren't just producing turnovers; they were producing turnovers with points attached to it. So it's basically like putting the defense right back there out there on the field because it's their strongest unit. So I mean that's just a recipe in my opinion. That's a recipe for winning, and that's why I feel like the New England Patriots aren't going to be ready for what the Houston Texans defense is going to do to them today. Like Drake May thought he was good, but they about to show Drake May just how mediocre he is when he's sitting on the couch with Josh Allen watching Denver and Houston play in the AFC Championship.
That man Josh Allen was breaking down last night, bro. He felt it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every right to, man. It was his fault, bro. He
Bro,
literally
I
was
heard
the
his
reason they
hey,
lost that game.
yo, I heard his wife is like a diehard Denver Bronco fan, bro.
Oh, that's got to hurt even worse.
Oh shit.
Even worse, bro.
Mm.
Gets home and the wife's like,
Yeah.
Are you not working today, Waffles?
"Nah, I'm leaving in about 5 minutes to head up there." Actually,
Word. Well, I got some ribs and stuff cooking. If y'all want to swing by after work. Yeah, the polo. Yeah.
hey, I heard that.
But
I know.
so what do you think about everything, Waffles? What you think about the coaching phenomenon that's been
That's true.
the search?
it's
pull up.
musical chairs with these coaches. Like, I'm thinking somebody should try and snatch somebody from college
What the winner
that
of tonight's game?
has been winning. You know what I'm saying? Take one of these coaches and bring them up to the next level, just like the players have been doing for years. You see coaches like give up and go back to college and teach it, and you know what I mean? And like Belichick did, and that did not work out for him.
But the only one that you would take is Lane Kiffin, and didn't he already sign somewhere?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean that's the only one I would take out of college is Lane Kiffin.
I know a lot of teams are looking at offensive coordinators, thinking about taking them and snagging them up, turning them into head coaches. But I know personally the Jets need a head coach that like is a head coach. I'm pretty sure they're sticking with Aaron Glenn for another year, but I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
Sticking with Aaron Glenn. Yeah.
It is what
It
it
might
is.
work out for him in the long run, though.
He's definitely building a new mentality in New York. It's just hopefully not a losing mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even still, you still come out on the other side of it because you don't went through the storm. We scared to go through the storm over here. Mike McDaniel ain't doing so hot. They're ready to get up off his ass.
As funny as this is going to sound, there's a hurricane coming.
Mm-hmm. I think Vance Joseph will be able to calm it down, though.
That one's not working. Oregon.
Tomorrow, Waffles.
I'm getting hot.
What's that?
It seems to be working.
Green light tomorrow.
That's all that white stuff, by
I heard tomorrow, but I didn't hear the first part.
What do you like in tomorrow's game?
Oh, you all day. I was actually talking about this with a guy at the bar who came in wearing an Indiana fucking pullover the other day. He sits down and he's all smiles. I wasn't repping any colors. I'm working. Got to do my job. But I walked up and I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna let you know that I'm gonna say this one time, if you know what I mean." And he started laughing. He was like, "Who's you're talking about? I don't understand." And we had another laugh about it. And I was like, "I'm still going to give you good service because that's my job. But just know, you're going to lose on Monday." And he smiled. He laughed. And we all had a great night. I served him many, many Bacardis. And he had a fun time. And at the end, I was the best part. He's leaving. He goes, "Hey, you have a good night." And I said, "All right, you too."
You
already know. And it was a nice little friendly banter between college fans.
You too.
Pull these out.
You too.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Wow. Turn it back on. Wow.
I think Miami. Yeah, I'll go with Miami.
Well, I'm gonna keep watching you boys on YouTube, but I gotta get going because I gotta head to work.
There's more. Where's the rest of them? Hey, man. Where's the rest of them?
There's 4.
Have a good day. Don't
forget to like and subscribe to Only the Real Survive.
My whole set.
The handle needs to be taken off of his bacon press because that damn sure needs fire.
You can't take the handle off. So let's continue talking about our coaching dilemma. So, Cap, you said you like Vance Joseph. Like, how would y'all feel about Chris Shula, though? I want y'all's honest opinions. Like, if we went,
that's what we need to be doing. We need to narrow down the ones that we do know because obviously this is what we got. So we need to know what we got. Like,
Can y'all see these beautiful ribs?
Yeah. I mean, from that perspective, Cap, I really feel like Vance Joseph is our best bet. You know, he comes with the experience, what we need. You know, we already got a GM that is good with the evaluating these players. Let's go get a head coach that done been through the storm already.
Yeah.
I'm with it. But if he's not available out of the ones that we have, who else? What's your backup?
Oh, my backup, I think my backup. I think I've been liking Kelvin Shepherd.
What do you like about him?
I mean, I ain't really had my studies on him that much, but from what I've been hearing about him, you know, I just go with the leader of men.
What's he do? He's what? He's linebacking coach for Detroit.
Yeah, like I just
They were good on the defensive end on the linebacking court, but as far as secondary, they gave up a lot of points on the secondary. But that's on the DC. Former Dolphin. Okay.
And so yeah. We're looking at an uphill battle either way, though. Either way.
Kind
So
of
what
like
about
Shepard.
you?
I like Kubiak. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of Chris Shula. I like the idea of it. Like, if we're gonna go a rookie route, like another new head coach in the building, I feel like Chris Shula just doesn't necessarily give us the best opportunity, but it gives us an opportunity to also like bring the fan base back together and squash this split community that we have. Because let's be real. I mean, the idea of Chris Shula just having the Shula name back will bring unity back to the community. But other than that, like I would want a defensive minded coach that's has experience, like a Vance Joseph. So that's how I look at it. I just want us to play some exciting football again. Like I remember growing up in the 90s and stuff, watching the Dolphins football. And like, if you look back at it, it was our defense. We were always good on defense. Defense is what carried our team. Like we had a mediocre offense, but like it was the defense that really carried the team. You can remember back in the Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Patrick Surtain, you had Junior Seau in there for a couple years. Like our defense was just so dominant. And
You're talking like
like
a real fan.
yeah, and if we're not going to be relevant, like if we're not going to be in the playoffs every year, like I want us to be dominant in the defense. I want us to be dominant in the defense. I want us to play good football or like play football like Dallas played football this year. Like, let's be real, right? If we were Dallas fans, would we be this upset with our team's performance considering we went out there and competed every week, lost games that were 35-38 or 30-34, competed every week, lost games that were 35-38 or 30-34, games like that? We wouldn't be this upset right now if we were losing games like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. As long as we being competitive. Like I said, even though Buffalo failed last night, you know, for the fans, it was just great being in that game.
Correct. And being relevant. It wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like that San Francisco Seattle game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that San Francisco Seattle game.
Yeah. That was a
Where
good
it
game.
was just complete dominance from start to finish. Like Seattle Seahawks showing the 49ers fans that they didn't belong here. But that win against the Eagles was a fluke. How's that breakfast, man? Is it good?
Man, y'all making me hungry.
You know it was wonderful. You know it was wonderful. Just got done with it. Yeah, it's time to go back to the birthday punch. Get ready for this game and everything's about to pop off today.
Yeah, how was your? It was your birthday yesterday. Yeah, how was your? It was your birthday yesterday, right? How was it? Hey, Ray, how was it?
It was wonderful. You know, everything turned out great.
Oh, happy belated, bro.
Thank you.
What's up, man? Do a birthday parlay.
Yeah.
Dap, if you want, you're more than welcome to swing up here. You can get some ribs. They'll be ready probably about time for kickoff.
Where you at?
Up in Lake Worth, Green Acres area.
At the station. I'm literally like right across the street.
Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a visit down there to Florida.
Can't do it, bro. Can't do it, bro. Gonna fill that grill with everything, bro.
I got 2 grills, so we can fill them both.
Get slapping. Man, I can't wait till the summertime here, boy. I'm trying to told you.
Where you at?
I'm in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
It's cold in the motherfucker out there, boy. It's too cold.
Yeah, I stayed up in Indiana for a little while when I was a kid. It was definitely got cold up there for sure. I stayed in Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, see, it's even colder up there. It's even colder up there, boy. I'm trying to told you. I had to go. I went to go drop my son off in Marion, and well, I'm trying to tell you, boy, we just missed the snow probably about 3 hours, yo. On the way home, soon as I get home, probably like an hour later, it started pouring. It's snowing like a mug. He closer to Michigan, closer to the ocean. I mean, not the ocean, but he closer to the lake up there. So, you know, the weather be crazy coming off the water.
Oh yeah, because that's cold. That's cold air too, hitting across that cold water. But yeah, that shit's definitely cold. I remember when
What's the weather?
I was up there when I was young.
The Chicago game, what's the weather looking like for that? In New England, is it looking good?
The Chicago game is supposed to be 2 degrees.
Yeah. That Chicago cold different. I ain't even go.
Yeah, that Chicago game is gonna be cold.
Yeah. That Chicago cold different, boy.
But it still don't change my mind. I still think Rams gonna go out and they're gonna come out hot. They're gonna go up big early.
They ain't ready for that, bro.
They almost beat Philly last year in a snowy game. Came down to a field goal, didn't it?
That Chicago cold different, bro.
That's another thing too, man. Ben Dunn had the best bench with the Detroit Lions. First tier coach had that team balling, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. This man's in there in freaking meetings and stuff, ripping his shirt off and chest bumping his players and out there acting like one of them. You know what I mean? So it's real easy to get behind a guy like that.
Yeah, feeding that energy.
And like that's what I hope our next head coach is like. You know what I mean? He's young, but like still can insert dominance and get the players to get behind him. I'd love to see our freaking coach in the locker room after a big win, in there freaking ripping his shirt off and chest bumping the players. I'd love to see our coach out there during practice, like actually running with the players, like Mike Vrabel does. You know what I mean?
Hey, if Mike ain't careful, he might fuck around and get him a Super Bowl appearance this year.
He might get what?
A Super Bowl appearance.
Oh, I mean, like I said, they got a tough game today. If they can get past the Houston Texans defense, because they haven't been tested like this yet this year, so this is definitely going to be their biggest test of the year, and this is really going to be the make or break game for them. It's like, are you
Well,
guys
put it like
really
this.
as good as your record and your stats say you are, or are you guys just some phonies that haven't really been tested yet?
Well, I mean, when we played them, it was one play away from them losing against us. So take that for what it's worth. Now they're playing the best defense in the NFL.
I mean, I just feel like they're too balanced. Just think they balanced.
Oh, they are. They are. This game's gonna. That's why I don't want to bet on this. This one per se, I really don't want to bet.
I mean, yeah, they had trouble with. I mean, yeah,
I
they
get the
had trouble
turnover
with us.
aspect on defense, but I don't know. I don't know. Offensive wise, I don't know who to bet on.
I just feel like they had trouble with us because they just stopped. They just stopped running the ball.
Yeah, bro. Stevenson has been balling, bro. That guy was number 3 at one point, bro. Now he's freaking balling, bro.
Oh shit!
And they got Henderson. I don't know what they're doing with Henderson, but yeah, he could be a problem. But again, you're playing against the number 1.
Like that game, they just stopped running the ball, didn't they? Like
They were blowing them out. There was like 30 or something, 32 years.
oh man.
So,
So yeah, I think if they would have stayed in because this is going to be a much more competitive game to make them stay balanced versus them being able to just convert to a passing style offense and still come away with a win. Like that was the difference in our game. That's going to be the difference in this game right here. The Houston Texans defense is going to make them stay balanced. But I just think their ability to produce, pass, or run is going to prevail them. Don't let C.J. Stroud come out first half with 2 turnovers. That might put him behind the 8 ball even more.
Yeah. If Houston comes out and starts the game like they did against Pittsburgh, they're not going to have the chance to come back and win the game like they did in Pittsburgh because, like, yes, the offense created those turnovers early in the game and allowed Pittsburgh the opportunity to go up on them, but the defense was shutting down Pittsburgh. And that's the difference, though, between Pittsburgh and New England is what you were saying, how New England's a more balanced team, to whereas Pittsburgh, they were very unbalanced at the time. The run game, the passing game, like it's easy to shut the Pittsburgh Steelers offense down, more easy than it is to shut down the New England's offense. So, like, if CJ Stroud messes up and has a turnover or 2 in the first half, then yes, I can easily see New England running away with this game. So we'll see how they do.
I'm gonna go with 2. Like if they produce 2 turnovers in the first half, yeah, it could possibly be over. But
Right.
you know, I think he'll be okay with 1 turnover in the first half. I think he'll be okay.
But there's also stipulations to that too, right? Because like New England just can't create the turnovers, right? And not turn them into anything. They have to turn into points. Like you have to turn those turnovers into points. Other than that, it's just like going back and forth getting 3 and outs, and it just turned out just like the Pittsburgh Steelers game did, to where the defense is wearing out the offense and the offense is wearing out the defense. Because remember, the one thing that I've noticed that Houston Texan does is like they get to turn on in the second half, because in the first half they're taking deep shots, right? Even if they're not completing them, they're taking deep shots down the field. And what that's doing is that's wearing down the secondary. That's causing the secondary to get gassed. And I think the reason Houston has been winning a lot is because they've focused a lot in endurance. So they can go all 4 quarters going at 100%, to where some of these teams, they'll get gassed out. So now here it comes, the fourth quarter rolls around, and now you're able to see CJ Stroud connect with his receivers deep downfield, because the secondaries wore out and they're able to get the one up on them. So if New England can't turn these turnovers into points, they're going to find themselves getting 3 touchdowns scored on them in the last 20 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, well, the one flaw with that philosophy, Cat, is going up against a team that doesn't allow you numerous of opportunities to gash the defense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, the fact that New England is balanced is going to make them approach this game completely different, because then time of possession becomes a key factor.
For sure, and that's where, right, with Mike Vrabel definitely being the more seasoned head coach in this,
Yep.
definitely like being the more experienced. He hasn't necessarily been in this position a lot, but he's been in the league and he's been coaching tough teams a lot. So experienced Patriots coaching. The advantage goes to them on that front. So if it does turn into a game where it's time possession, yeah, Patriots run that clock out, get a 3-point lead, and then just run the ball with Stevenson and Henderson.
Yeah, but if Houston can come out and stop the run, like that's gonna be the major key for them, stopping that run. If they can make them one dimensional, I see them potentially running away from it. But if they can't make them one dimensional, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Drake May gonna have to prove that he MVP. If they make one dimensional.
For sure.
I don't know. CJ been fucking up too. So
Do you think it's funny that both MVP candidates are playing today? Like they're using today's games to determine who's going to be the MVP. Like imagine if one of them gets knocked out today, and the other one goes on. I guarantee you that's who MVP is.
I think it's good. I mean, I like it. You know, I want to see candidates go up against each other. I want to see, I want to see candidates go up against each other. I want to see each other knock each other out the race. Like,
Well, I mean,
think
they're
that
not
goes
going up.
for football.
They're not going up against each other. They're just going up. They're just playing on the same day. Like last year, they were going up against each other, right? With Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. And it is just weird that the winner of that game was the MVP winner. I believe they were waiting. I believe they were waiting for that to happen to determine who the MVP was. Even though Lamar Jackson had a clear better season, right?
So you feel like Bo Nix is putting himself in that category?
No. I'm saying that today. So basically, we have Matthew Stafford and Drake May both playing today. What I'm saying is, I feel like, yeah. What I'm saying is, I feel like whoever loses first is like the winner will be the MVP. So let's say Drake May and the Patriots win today, but the Rams lose to the Bears. You'll see Drake May get MVP, even though Matthew Stafford's record is clearly better, and vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew has been balling. Who they play today?
The Bears. They play the Bears, the fourth quarter comeback team.
Rams. Ooh, ooh, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. But the
Yeah,
Bears,
that is
the Lions, they're a dome team, so and they playing in Chicago in the open dome. I I'm gonna get an edge to the Bears. I'm gonna get an edge to the Bears. Yeah, Matthew Stafford gonna lose this one. It's probably gonna be another nail biter like last night, overtime.
Yeah, Nix is done. Waffles. Nix is out, and it's going to be Joe Stidham rolling out there for the Broncos next week. So I can go
Yeah.
ahead. I feel like I can go ahead and get a head start on my Super Bowl hype video and get me some Houston Texan clips put together for the Super Bowl.
Oh man, yeah, because whoever played Denver, yo, that that's about to be an easy man. Josh Allen fucked up, yo. He done for. Josh Allen is done for.
Yep. This is going to be his worst offseason yet. Like this is going to be his worst offseason yet because that was the whole everybody's arguments, right? Going into the playoffs, like, oh, this is the year for Josh Allen. This is the year for Josh Allen. No Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow,
Man,
no Lamar Jackson. Like, there's no reason Josh Allen can't get to the Super Bowl. What was I saying? Josh Allen is Buffalo Bills Dan Marino, right? He's the greatest quarterback they're ever gonna have, but he's never gonna get to the big game and he's never gonna get himself a Super Bowl ring. And he proved it
Josh Allen
yesterday.
fucked up when he resigned with him.
I
He
know
should
because
have never resigned.
he could have went anywhere he wanted.
He should have went somewhere else.
But like, where would he go?
Somewhere besides Buffalo. I hate to say it like that, but like even with even with like even when I'm thinking like with Jalen Daniels right now. You know, Jalen Daniels would be a fool if he resigned with the Commanders. I would not resign. Um, who else? Michael Phoenix already signed. Um, Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix would be all right as long as he stayed with Sean Payton.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like they're already showing like big strides, humongous
Yeah,
strides.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, no, last year wasn't so great for them, but they were still relevant, right? All the way through to the playoffs. They get knocked out in round one, and now this year, not only did they make it to the playoffs, but they got number one seed, and they're going to the AFC Championship game. Granted, Bo Nix is out, but they made it this far, so they got positive things to look forward to.
on the fact that they at one point in time was eating the most well, they still are eating the most dead cap in NFL history, right?
Yes, I think this next year is like they'll be cleared of all of that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so they still eating dead cap, and look where they at right now after their second year eating dead cap.
Right, but like I've talked about this before, like they were in a good position to do what they were doing, right? Like yes, they were in the perfect position to be able to eat that dead cap. So if you look at the landscape of what they were looking at when they had to make the Russell Wilson decision, they didn't have a quarterback. So they were knowing they were going into the quarterback. Sean Payton knew he was going into the quarterback to draft Bo Nix. That was his whole thing when he took the job there. Uh, So, and then you also had a bunch of rookie wide receivers. You had a bunch of rookies on your defensive side of the ball. Like your team is super young, so it's like you didn't have to spend any money on contracts. So you were able to sit there and waste $60 million to pay a dude to go somewhere else because you didn't have to spend money anywhere else. You were getting a bunch of rookies. You had a bunch of decent players on rookie deals, so it's like 2 years from now you'll have to figure out if you're gonna who you're gonna pay and what. So they were in a prime position to be able to do a move like that. It's not like the Dolphins, where the Dolphins are in cap hell, but we don't have position players to know that hey, we can rely on these rookies to make us efficient or effective, whereas Denver did.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Yeah, because the best thing to do right now is to just keep two on this roster and go ahead and go through another year with them and suck and get, a high draft position and move forward like that. Because right now, even though you don't want it, but he is your best avenue to, changing this around. I mean, changing it around within a year, it's just too many players that will be a question, will have question marks before we can think about changing it around. Like they say, we can go get Malik Willis and see what we can do with that. Well, what if that fall through like Zach Wilson? We right back at square one again. So
Yeah,
although
especially considering Malik Willis. Malik Willis is more a project for a guy like Mike McDaniel. Like I was saying with Kyler Murray, like remember, I don't know if you remember or not, me pushing for the Tua for Kyler trade, but
yeah, yeah,
that was also contingent on this being a Mike McDaniel run offense to where like the legs of Kyler Murray would make his offense run a little bit better because that's the one thing that we lack with Tua is the mobility in quarterback. And it's not like a and it's not like the that's what a lot of people that aren't Dolphin fans don't understand about Tua. They're like, oh well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't run, Matthew Stafford doesn't run, like that. Jared Goff doesn't run. It's like, yeah, they don't run, but like they can if they need to. They're durable if they get hit. It's like ours though. We have a glass statue standing back there in the backfield that not only can he not run, but he can't really take hits either. So it's like
but
he can't extend plays.
them guys you named, they can beat you with their mind though. That's the difference.
Exactly. Like that's the difference.
Yeah, like they can't run, but shit, they can beat you with their mind. You
All
know.
right, talk to him. I gotta refill my coffee and switch these ribs to the other grill.
All right. But yeah, this organization, everybody is upside down, inside out, right side, left. It's just crazy and ridiculous because I just don't see how I mean, how you get rid of the girl that want to be there for the girl that ain't even looking your way. That's just what we did. Now, hopefully, we can see if we can go get this girl that we seen way back, and hopefully hopefully our name ain't tarnished enough for her to look the other way. So I feel like Vance Joseph could be a good candidate for us, even with everybody that we are looking at. I feel like Vance Joseph credentials is the best for us right now. Just being that he done been through the turmoil, he done, had his down moments and everything, and he trying to rejuvenate himself. I feel like trying to get a rejuvenated head coach would do us very well. Very well. It will put us in the seat for him to come in and change this defense around the way it should be. Because in my book, Vance Joseph is a way better defensive coordinator than Weaver at this point. I mean, proof is in the pudding if you've been watching football. Proof is in the pudding. So I'm an advocate for Vance Joseph. I'm going to shoot for him. You know, that's who I want as my head coach. Look, man, don't burn your hair, man.
I don't.
Can't get you doing his job.
They
can't get you doing his job.
That's actually my grill, though.
Look,
What?
you don't wrap him out. You don't put him on French.
He's on. He just put the other one in the other grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to switch the unsmoked ribs to the other grill because the other grill is more like an oven, so it'll
Slow
toast
cook
that
them good.
inside. Oh yeah, these gonna be super good, man. He's gonna fall off that bone. I got him. Oh. Like I said, they've been marinating for about 16 hours in a barbecue glaze. They'll cook through quick, man. With some honey, some roasted garlic, some various seasonings, and my secret ingredient for that extra that maple syrup.
I was about to say some hot sauce.
Maple syrup, man. And then breadcrumbs on the top to coat the top of the coat the skin and hold all the barbecue sauce and all the ingredients together so it doesn't drip off and fall into the grill.
Yeah, that's smart. That's pretty smart.
But yeah, these will probably be ready about 3 o'clock or so. They'll probably be ready to come off. Same with the other ones. I started them a little later so that I can pull them both off at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go make me a store run in a little bit.
So let them know a little bit about yourself. Give them a reason to go smash that subscribe button. That only the real survive. Y'all can find the link at the top of the chat.
Yeah, I mean, just a regular old father out here in this world. Go to work every morning, come home. Follow up on this team. I've been a Dolphin fan since I was about high. Shit, 8, 9 years old, since I can remember football. I remember sitting there watching the games and Napoleon Kaufman used to just tear another, almost like what New England did to us, with the run game. Grew up watching those days. Ricky, Reggie, Bernie Palmer. Yeah, I mean, Brock Mayer.
Ricky, that dude.
Yeah, Chris Chambers, Randy McMichael. You feel me? Of course, Zach Thomas, Brian Cox. I go way back with the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? And all those years in the 19. It's almost like I can't remember who I heard say this, but it rang true. Who wants to be a Dolphin fan? You know what I'm saying? So anybody that claim they're a Dolphin fan, you gotta believe them. They gotta have some kind of heart somewhere to rep this team every year. You feel me?
It started somewhere, right? It didn't just you don't just wake up and be like, oh, the Dolphins are the team that I want to start rooting for. It had to come from something.
It was passed down, because my father's a Dolphin fan. And, the crazy thing is, turned out to be my stepfather. He was a Dolphin fan too. So it was just destined for me to be a Dolphin fan. So, that's what I do.
Did you grow up in Indiana or did you end up just moving there?
Actually, I grew up in North Carolina. I ended up just moving up here to Indiana. You know, I was a Dolphin fan before they even before Carolina even became an expansion team. You know,
Right, I remember. Yeah, I remember you talking about that before. You were
yeah,
already a Dolphin fan.
I was trying to goddamn become a Carolina fan, but when they went to the Super Bowl that year with Jake Delhomme and they didn't win it, it just didn't give me no reason to convert. No reason. We already got two, and y'all lost the one that y'all had the opportunity to win. I can't do it.
Yeah, not only that, the undefeated season. At that time, we were still the most winningest team in the NFL.
Yeah, we still had a lot of credentials. Right now,
Yeah.
that's diminished. You know what I'm saying? I got a son. He in college. Just what I'm repping right now. This is college I rep. He a baseball player. He a pitcher.
You
You
don't
know.
look you don't look like you old enough to have a kid in college, man.
Yeah, actually I just turned 41 yesterday, so let that weigh on you. Look every bit of 25 right now.
Right?
But yeah, that's a little bit about me. You know, grew up in the hood.
Chris.
So
I'm pretty
so tell them a
pretty
little
sure
bit
y'all,
tell them a little bit about what they got to expect from cooking with the real.
what you can expect is to me to keep it all the way 100. What you can expect from me is to be the same person every day, day in and day out. You know, I can't get emotional, but I don't let emotion drive my thinking. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it straight cut dry with you. Now I ain't gonna bullshit. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I could bullshit a bullshitter, but I ain't gonna bullshit you. Put it like that. That's just me. That's just how we roll. 24-hour person. You know, good positive outlook on things and life. Although it may sound negative, but it's a positive message in it somewhere. You just gotta have your ears glued to the tune.
Sometimes the truth hurts, man. Sometimes what you need to hear isn't exactly what you want to hear.
Facts. That's why I feel like Vance Joseph is the best head coach for us right now. Pushing
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
it.
have to do a little bit of research on that guy. Like I said, I haven't done any real research on any of the head coaches. Like I feel like it doesn't really matter. Like I'll personally be wasting my time because at the end of the day, like I can go through and I can spend 2 or 3 hours like researching these guys and doing some homework and stuff, but it'll probably be somebody completely opposite of who I would end up wanting by that point that they end up choosing. So I feel like I'm just going to waste my time, and I'd rather
Right.
waste my time looking at college prospects for next year and getting y'all some videos of some guys that we should be looking at to be drafting this year coming up in the 2026 NFL draft. And I think we just kind of lucked out too because I have been talking about Eli Stowers. He has been my absolute favorite for one of our high draft picks in the 2026 draft. But it was up until last week, it was looking as if we weren't going to be able to get him because the position that he was going to go, we weren't going to be able to get him because he was going as the top tight end in mock drafts for this coming draft. But the guy from Oregon, the tight end from Oregon, has announced that he's going to be entering the 2026 draft and he's going to actually jump a spot over Eli Stowers. So it may allow Eli Stowers to fall into our lap as late as like round 3, which would be great if we could land Eli Stowers in round 3.
So you feel like he's there for talent? Because right now we don't have no philosophy. We don't have no scheme or nothing of what we could base any kind of prediction off of what kind of player they would even be remotely looking at this point. So by you saying that, you
Right.
feel like he's that good of a tight end that he will work in any system.
In any system, yes, I feel like he's that great of a tight end. I mean, like, picture a guy like Tyler Warren, Trey McBride, George Kittle. Like, you can plug these guys into any system in this NFL, and they're going to perform the same, right? They seem like it. They're big
Yeah,
guys, can catch
I
the
agree with
ball,
that.
can block. They're good in the backfield. And this guy here, Eli Stowers, he's 6'4", 235 pounds. If you go and you watch some film from him, I have a little bit of film on my channel. If y'all want to go back and check it out, I do have some film on my channel. But he started his career as a quarterback, right? High school, he was a quarterback. His first 2 years in college, he was a quarterback for Texas A&M, and then he transfers to New Mexico State for a year where he plays the dual role of quarterback and tight end. And like then he really finds his footing in tight end, and then that's when he gets transferred to Vanderbilt for the last 2 years. He's been in Vanderbilt. He has passing touchdowns. He has rushing yardage. He has 8 touchdowns receiving in a system that was mainly focused around the quarterback running. If you go and you watch his blocking, bro, he's a great blocker. And when he goes for these contested catches, bro, this guy bodies his opponents, bro. He doesn't just win that contest, bro. No, he dominates those contests for those contested catches. And when he's on the run too, he's like a train hitting. Like, bro, you got to go check out the film. You got to go check out the film on this guy. This guy is a generational talent that we cannot miss out on.
Mm. I don't know, man. You started giving me a little bit of Ryan Tannehill vibes. Said he
I'm just looking.
say what?
I'm just looking around the league, and I'm noticing that like some of these teams, they have like generational tight ends that make them efficient. Like, we can go back and we can look at Indy this year. And if we take Tyler Warren off of that team, do you think they were as dominant in the beginning of the season as they were?
Nah, I think Tyler Warren was a good X factor for them to be that way. Yeah, I would agree with you on
Exactly.
that statement.
He
He was a key
provided
X factor.
Yeah, he was a key X factor for them taking that next step and being as good, because he's good at blocking, he's good at catching, he's good at running, like all of those, like the dynamic ability. It's like now not only do you have to worry about, oh, now we have to worry about a quarterback, we have to worry about Jonathan Taylor, the running back. Oh, now we have to worry about this guy named Tyler Warren who could be lined up anywhere on the field doing any position, and we really aren't going to know what he's going to be doing until he's doing it.
Yeah, fact. That's sad. Indy did all that in the beginning just to end up still coming home, sitting down with the damn Dolphins. That's crazy. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So for all you Tua people that think Tua still got a avenue or any kind of way, these last 3 years of him being benched at the end of the year just shows that he's not it. He won't cut it. He's done. It's over. Sayonara. Cut the script. Forget about his name. Burn his jersey. Do all you can just to forget the man, because it's over for him.
Yeah, and I really don't think there's any coming back for him either. But you never know. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that looked really bad in the system that they were originally put in, and then end up going somewhere else and looking really great. Sam
This
Darnold is
we're
a prime example
we're
of
not
that.
we're not talking about somebody who has athleticism. We're talking about somebody who has a hip replacement. We're talking about someone who's actually lose strength as the season goes on. So yeah,
Yeah,
they
man.
we could try to sound politically correct with the, you know, maybe it was the system, but like I said, being benched at the end of the year, the last 3 years, that should just be evident enough. And I'm jealous, y'all. I want to come to Florida, man. That man, I could just be grilling out myself right now.
Well, you ever in Florida, you hit me up, man.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, look, we've been going for almost, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. I guess we can go ahead and end the stream or something. Got a little bit of errands to do coming up around here at 12.
All right, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, just hit that link up there that we got pinned for you. Only the real survive. Come check me out. You know, we can get this going every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I can wake up in the morning, cook breakfast for y'all, show y'all how to whip up some breakfast for y'all women sometimes, you know, make a man out of some of y'all. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hit the link. Come chill with me, vibe with me. That's all we do. Yeah, Cat. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here and get ready to go handle some business.
All right, man. You had a good day. Make sure y'all smash
All right.
that like and subscribe on your way out. Head over to Kenneth's channel. Only the Real Survive. Smash that subscribe button there. We got to get him up to 50 subscribers so that he can start streaming. He can start dropping his knowledge from you guys. And don't worry, just because he gets his own channel and can start streaming doesn't mean we're going to stop collabing. Trust me, you're always going to get the real Dolphin content over here with the AFC Eastie Boys. So make sure y'all go check out those videos on Eli Stowers. We got lots of things going on. DCC, if you can afford to make a donation to the DCC, I'm less than $25 away from my first $500, which means I'm going to be starting to have to run a mile a day. That's right. Make me sweat, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Macari Shop on the link. Join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord yet. That's a great place to be plugged into the AFC Eastie Boys. We're trying to build a wonderful community of football fans. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Cooking with the Real. While we keeping it real for you, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna enjoy these ribs later. Kenna had himself some breakfast, some nice French toast and eggs and bacon this morning. I was actually a little bit jealous because I skipped breakfast to go straight to lunch, but here we are. Peace out, everybody.
All right, y'all. Be safe.